Hey, Steeler Nation, welcome. Hey, welcome back to the SteelerWadeShow. My name is Jake Wade, and I'm coming to you from Southwest Michigan. Thanks for checking out the show. Mwah! Southwest Michigan. This is Michigan, and I am right here. And South Bend is right here. For all you Notre Dame fans, all you Catholic and Catholic affiliated people that might be drinking too much tonight, welcome to the show. Thanks. Man, it is a cold one tonight. Usually my hands are very supple, but this is actually frost. I think that's going on there. There's so much things to talk about. Folks, please consider liking my video. I think it helps a lot. That's what they tell me. Please, it's right there. Just push it like. These are my stories. The Steelers. I had all these things I wanted to talk about. And this rivalry. This is Ravens week. Ravens week. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's so many things to talk about, right? But that just takes a side note because we have a man named Broderick Jones. I've been talking about him in the last couple podcasts about how it's just been so cool. I love that chirping. I love that voice. He will be there longer than anybody else on that line. You know what I mean? That's facts. I mean, he's going to be there the longest of anybody of those five. And I loved his play against the Seahawks. It was just so awesome. And all that talk. And then he comes out there, and I want to give you a little quote that he put out there, and I'm going to put out some links to it somehow. I'm getting better at putting links in my stuff that I find, I want to explain but you got to see the things I'm talking about, But I'm going to give you the quote. This really ties into what I was talking about in my last podcast about, please, Ravens, just play your starters and see if you can knock us out. Knock us out of the playoff contention. That's in your court. And I had all these thoughts about the whole running it up on them. This might end up being a double feature tonight. It's supposed to, please press like. It's going to counteract because from what I have learned, when you put out two videos, it's not very popular. So press like and counteract that and press subscribe because there's just too many things to talk about in this soap opera called The Days of Our Steeler Nation. Broderick Jones comes out on Instagram, and I'm old. I've got to get better at the Instagram. My daughter, Rose, and Jaden, they both are on there, and they do things, and I get pictures, and I always get them 2 weeks later. I do use Instagram for my thumbnails. I've never had a compliment on those in almost 90 shows. But whatever. Broderick Jones ended up coming out on Instagram, which is very popular with the younger folks. This crowd tends to be a little older, looking for all that young juice come on through, on Instagram. And this is a quote. I have to look down, folks. Slip up and let us in. We kicking in the door down. That's that talk. Folks, there's too many things to talk about. That's why there's so many things. And Broderick just stopped it. Just like Mason Rudolph's press interview last time stopped what I wanted to talk about this other thing. I still have to talk about that other thing this time. But now I'm talking about this thing with Broderick chirping, man. It was so cool. I love that. It's like some Joey Porter. This is what these four men out of this draft class are North killers. North Killers. Broderick Jones, Joey Porter Jr., Keanu Benton, Herbig. These are going to be our North Killers for 4+ years. Plus, you know. And it's if you want to see some good stuff out there, I'm going to probably mispronounce his last name, Alex Kozora. He's very popular, so you know who I'm talking about if you're into watching Steelers stuff. And he ended up putting out some tape on just blocking. You know, we see a lot of all 22 stuff on quarterback play or running back play or defensive plays, but he put out one on the blocking because it was really like going and buying a ticket to a really neat movie and watching the Steelers block people. It was great, you know, and he put out a really good one. I'm going to recommend that one down below. Sometimes things may be added in the description of videos later on if I have a feeling. Side note, I cannot believe that Dave Parker was not put into the Baseball Hall of Fame again. The Cobra, thank you for being my hero. You know, we're all hearing about these playoff scenarios and things like that. And I've gone over it in my past podcast about how I'm tired of, you know, hoping for scrub teams to beat teams that are what we consider similar in a skill set level as far as execution as we are, because we're in similar stages of our wins and losses, you know. So here I am rooting for the Titans. This takes me back. I think it was 18, dude. Like I was one of those stupid. I had my Antonio Brown jersey on, and I put like duct tape at the end of his name, and I put an S. Do you remember that year? I think it was 18. Maybe like the season before we got Bush. It was either the season before we got Bush or the season after, but I think it was the season before. And I remember putting an S on blue masking tape at the end of his name, like "Go Browns." I'm wearing a Steeler jersey, Browns. So here we are again. But you know, I try to repost things on X. Please like this video; it really helps out a lot as far as other people getting a chance to see it. But I'm going to try to recommend neat stuff out there. And there's a press conference where Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, was pushed up on by reporters, and he lost it. Like Steeler Nation, like we have our own deal with Mike Tomlin and how he can scoot around things and not say anything or just say a one-word deal that, and he'll say like, and then look around and get ready for the next. You know, that's a different. You know, Mike Vrabel lost it. Former Steeler, Mike Vrabel, coach of the Tennessee Titans, kind of lost it just a hair, which is cool. I have nothing bad to say about the guy. The reason why I found that was from Mark from Steelers Nation Australia. Please check out his podcast. He was my first supporter as far as someone that gave me a comment on my first or third show. And I appreciate him very much. But follow him on X because he was the one that reposted. I'm going to put it down in the description. A really, like, almost violent press conference from Vrabel saying how, yeah, this sucks losing. Like, he just doesn't seem like the cat that's going to say, I want a better draft pick. You know. So check that out. I'm going to put that down there. He uses the F word. and hopefully have a little bit more for you. Oh, man, it is so cold. So, like I said, I hope I entertained you tonight. I'm going to try to do another one because there's other things I need to talk about because these are the stories of our lives. It's Ravens week and all these wonderful things are going on. I'm going to put another link down at the bottom and I'm going to quote at the end of Danny Smith in front of Bush on the sidelines from last week. It's on. It's on. Steeler Nation, thanks for checking me out. I really appreciate all your comments very much. And share it with a friend. Press like. And if you want to remember that one time you followed this and you pressed like and you like doing that and you go, wow, come on now. I'm going to see if I can do another one tonight. Thanks, Steeler Nation. I appreciate all the new subscribers.